RCs be climbing mountains, jumping creeks. Canada vibes, mud splattered peaks. Off-road terrain, ain't no game. Subscribers hitting buttons, spitting out the name. Van City RC flying through the air. Jumping over obstacles cause we don't care. Suburban warriors, antennas raised high. Waiting for the speed, always in supply. Cameras rolling, capture every turn. Engine heat like maple syrup, let it burn. Tech talk, upgrades, monster days. Stunning through the vids, got views in a crate. From the Rockies to the sea, we're reign supreme. RC fans popping off like a turbo dream. Taking out terrains, mud, snow, and grime. Van City RC, always on prime time.
Check this out today on the channel. We've got the GTPower X2 AC/DC multi-chemistry balance charger sent to us from GTPower to share with you guys here today. So let's get into it. Some of the features advertised: 80 watts dual charging circuit, sleek space-saving design, lithium cell voltage monitoring, and multiple chemistry charging. Specifications: 100 to 240 volt AC input, 11 to 18 volt DC input, 5 watts for discharging, 80 watts for charging, 1 to 15 cells for NiCad or nickel metal hydrate batteries, 1 to 6 cells for lithium batteries, and PB battery voltage, 2 to 20 volts. And on the back here, everything that's included in the box is listed here. So why don't we get everything that's in the box out on the bench and continue on. What's included in the box is on the bench, so let's have a look. Now I found this in the box, GTPower sticker, as a nice little addition there. We've got the operating manual. I took a quick peek at this already. It shows you absolutely everything you need to know. Layout of the charger, depending on what battery you're using, how to charge that, or what function you're using of the charger. It's all in here, guys. Very well done. So we'll keep that handy. We've got our power cord, our AC power cord. I use a US style plug here in Canada, 120 volt. We've got our balance boards, 2 to 6S balance boards there. 6S extension cables, balance cables. And then we got a bunch of wires here. We'll go over some of them. There's our main wire there, power wire with Dean's connector on the end there. We've got our receiver wire, alligator clips. They got wires for everything, all different types of connectors, JST. What else? Alligator clips again, Tamiya, XT60. That was the receiver plug. They got pretty much everything covered. So let's pull in the X2 here, guys. Nice looking charger here, tower style. I can see we've got a fan on each side. Looks like we also got some venting on each side and on the bottom, and we got some little rubber feet just to get it up off the ground so it can breathe properly. There's our balance ports for channel 1, channel 2, our power input. All your controls are up here, and then we have little red status lights pending on which channel you're working on setting up. And then we also have a little LCD screen here, and we're gonna get that screen protector off. There we go, done. Let's have a look at the back here. There's our input, AC input right there. It is labeled again 100 to 240 volts. Looks like we got some temp sensor outputs as well. And then there's your DC power input, 11 to 18 volt. And then the specs that we went over earlier are also listed on the back of the charger. Fire up the X2 now. So we're gonna take the included AC power cable, plug it into the back of the charger. We'll get this nice and close here so you can see the startup screen, and then we'll plug that into an AC outlet. All right, there we go. You can actually hear the fans kick in during startup as well. They sound pretty powerful there. So you can see the LED light here. That means we're on channel 1. If you want to select the channel 2, you just hit the channel button down here. This is the channel select button. So channel 2 or channel 1. We have our stop or tight button. What this does, it's either going to stop while you're charging. You can stop it, or this is just going to allow you to scroll through the selections here. So you can see we go nickel metal hydrate, NiCad, PB batteries, save data, load data, user set programs, internal resistance, battery meter, back to LiPo. So if we wanted to hit enter right here, this will enter, and then you've got your decrease or increase or your scrolling buttons right here. So we can scroll through storage charging, fast charging, balance charging, LiPo discharge, LiPo charge. I typically do LiPo balance charging when I'm charging. So we could hit enter, and then we, depending on what your amperage your battery is, you would select go up or down right there, hit enter, and then depending on what cell, so right now it's set on 6 cells, you can go all the way down to 2 cells. And then you would, once you have the appropriate selections made, you would just hold that enter button and it's going to start your charging. We're going to get the X2 set up to charge a couple batteries now, and the nice thing about this charger is that channel 1 and channel 2 are independent from each other, which allows you to charge 2 different types of batteries and 2 different voltages at the same time. So for instance, channel 1, I'll be charging this 1500 milliamp hour 2-cell lithium ion battery, and on channel 2 I'll be charging this 5200 milliamp hour 4-cell LiPo battery. So we're going to get those set up now. So we'll pull in the balance boards for each, and we're also going to pull in the 6S balance extensions here. So these only plug in one way, so it's hard to screw that up. Get those plugged into the X2. We'll plug them into the balance boards and they lock into place on the balance boards. There we go. Now we're going to plug in, well, we got to plug in our power leads that have the banana connectors on the end. So we'll plug in red to red, black to black. This has got the Dean's connector on the end, which lines up with my lithium ion battery. So we'll plug that in. And then the balance lead plugs into the balance board, into the 2-cell. There we go. That is in. We can put that just over there. Now on the other side, I've got an EC5 connector here. So it didn't come with an EC5 connector, but I do have this adapter XT60 to EC5. So we'll take the XT60 power cable, put it into channel 2, same, red to red, black to black. I'll throw this adapter on here, plug that in to the battery, and then the balance lead is going to go into the 4S on the balance board. There we go. All right, so we got that all plugged in. We can power it up now. All right, let's fire up the X2 here. And we'll start with channel 1. So we're going to select our battery. So LiPo is what it's currently at. We have a lithium ion, so you can use the LiPo selection for that. So we'll hit enter. Now we're going to want balance charge. Actually, it was on balance there. Enter 1500 milliamp hours, so 1.5 amps. If you needed to adjust that, we would just adjust it. Enter, and it is a 2-cell battery. Again, if you needed to adjust that, you would just adjust it. 2-cell, enter. And then to start the charging, we're going to hold that enter button. There we go, it's checking, everything's good, so we hit enter again, and there we go. Channel 1 is up and charging of that lithium ion battery. So now let's head over to channel 2. So we'd hit the channel select button right there. We're going to hit enter. It's a LiPo battery. We have a 5200 milliamp hour battery. We're not going to charge it. I think this one might be charged already, but we'll see. We'll go balance charge. 5200 milliamp hour means we can go 5.2. And this will go, let's see where this will go up to. This will go up to 7 amps. So 5.2. It's a 4S battery, so it's currently on 6. Let's get it down to 4. Enter and long press. Everything's good. And there we go. We are charging the 5200 milliamp hour 4S LiPo on channel 2 now. So super simple there, guys. Easy to set up, easy to initiate the charge, and it's got all the safety features. If your battery had a bad cell, you're gonna see that it won't allow the charging to initiate. It'll during the check, it'll give you a warning. So I still have that 4S LiPo battery charging on channel 2. We've disconnected the lithium ion that was on channel 1 because I wanted to pull in a NiCad battery, 7.2 volt, 1500 milliamp hour, and this one's got the Tamiya end on it. So with that, guys, we're gonna use no balance board because there's no balance plug on this one. We've got the Tamiya adapter that came with the kit. Our power outlet cable here, plug that in. That's got the Dean's on the end, which corresponds with the adapter here. Plug that in, plug it into the battery. All right, and we'll set this up, pull this a little closer so you can see. Channel 1, currently on LiPo, we want to get to NiCad. There we go, enter. already on 1.5 amps, so that's exactly what we needed at, this being a 1500 milliamp hour battery. What else we got? Charging, discharging cycles, discharge, and charge again. So we'll hit enter. I'm just curious to see how high this will go. 7 amps, perfect. So you can charge up to 7 amps. We got a 1.5 amp battery, or 1500 milliamp hour. So there, enter, and all we should have to do now is just hold that enter button. It's checking the battery, and it's charging. Good to go, guys. To wrap this one up with the X2 balance charger. Thanks again to GTPower for sending this out for me to share with you guys here today. We just got notified that the NiCad battery on channel 1 is now fully charged, and we're still charging up that 4S LiPo on channel 2, but I've seen enough, guys. This is a great charger, easy to set up, easy to navigate through all the options. I'll leave some links down below in the description if you want to get some more info or even grab one for yourself. Check it out there. And as you can see in the background here, guys, we got plenty of other GTPower products coming up soon on the channel. The X2 Pro container truck lighting and sound system there, GTPower jet fan, aircraft sound and light system, all coming up on the channel soon, so keep an eye out for those, and we'll see you on the next one.